So Gwen Stacy is trans or gay is what seems to be going around the circles around the internet after Across the Spider-Verse movie. Now, the Across the Spider-Verse movie is just it's a masterpiece. It really is. It is a continuation of a masterpiece type story coming from the first one. They're in their own different tier. It's a great movie. Gwen was great in it. Everybody was great in it. And the way that I'm going to start this off is saying that if the end game is that she is trans, the end game is that she is bi, she is gay, whatever the case is, if that gets revealed to us at some point in time for her story, more power to her. I don't really care about that. But it's more people taking something that happened in the movie, a feature that happened in the movie, and using that as evidence that they're hinting that she is because of colors. So I'll show you Exhibit A.
Something just tells me that Gwen's whole character story is probably going to end with her being queer, if not coming out as trans. Conversation between her father and her mostly spoke within color, specifically in pastel colors, specifically in the colors pink, blue, and white. To go back home and sort of face her father, she gives this whole speech about how being Spider-Woman makes her feel comfortable. It's her form of justice and doing something right for the world. Within this speech, she states that due to who she is, she has had to lie to everyone about everything about her. And that she has never been able to actually get close to anyone because she's scared of the consequences that may come from it.
So I've watched most of this creator's videos on TikTok just to get my mind around what she's talking about. And it is kind of clear to me that she hasn't seen anything about the explanation about the movie, and at the same time probably has never read any of the Gwen Stacy comics. Because even me, before I knew any of the explanations to the scenes that she has in the beginning of the movie, where her world is almost like a watercolor world, the environment changes with Gwen Stacy in connection to her emotions.
What was that thing about the mood ring again?
That was how it was first described to me by Kemp and Lord and Miller. They basically just said, to give you an idea of what Gwen's world is, it's like a mood ring. It will visually change as her circumstances change, and the emotions that she feels, we will feel on in the audience on screen. I'm biased, but Gwen's world is pretty beautiful.
That's exactly what's happening here. And before I knew the official answer as to why this is the case, I thought it looked like that one cover from the Spider-Gwen comic book that I saw a long time ago. It looked almost identical to it. And that's essentially what is going on here. The explanation, as what they told the actress, who did a phenomenal job, by the way, in playing Gwen Stacy, is they told her that her world is essentially a mood ring. So everything feeds off her emotions. It is a beautiful entrance to the movie. I've never seen anything like it before, and I love it. And so people are taking these colors, predominantly what her colors are, and as you could see what this girl says is that the colors are essentially, colors showing or hinting at something. But that's just the thing. It's not hinting at anything that she's talking about. It's hinting at the colors of her outfit. She's Spider-Gwen. That's her secret identity. Most superheroes have secret identities. They have to keep secret. They feel like they are not part of society. They have to always have something close to the chest, and they can't really open up as much as they wish they could. That's most superheroes. Spider-Man is the exact same thing. It's not any surprise that Spider-Gwen is exactly like that. It is interesting that her world changes to her mood. I actually love that part of her story, and I love that part of her world. I thought it was beautiful and gorgeous. And again, if at the end of the day that's what they're hinting at and they come out and say it, or they have it in the third movie at some level, I'm not really gonna be like offended or anything like that. I think that's awesome for her. Like, that's more power to her, whatever they want to write, because I connect with the character as just being her own character and being the one that has a huge strong connection to Miles and pulling him out of his shell and putting him into the Spider-Man world and making him feel like he belonged, because in the beginning of the movie, the first movie, he felt like he was in a school where he didn't belong. Now he feels like he belongs again with Spider people because of Gwen and Peter B. Parker, and now he's again in a world where he feels like he doesn't belong. It's all about acceptance. That's the whole point of the movie. And again, if that's what the end game is, I don't have any real thoughts about it besides like good for her. But the watercolor is explained that it's a mood ring. It's all explained already. So I would say that that's not hinting at anything besides that she's Spider-Gwen, and what they're saying that her world changes its color due to her emotions. That's basically it. But what do you think?